Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, today we will discuss the topic power radiated by point charge. Uh, what is the formula of power? We can see or explain it in this topic. The most important result of classical electrodynamics is the fact that accelerated charge emits radiation. To find the power radiated by accelerated charge, we use Larmor formula. In the description of derivation, we will use this formula. Now, we will explain what is Larmor formula or simply the derivation for the power radiated by point charge. The Larmor formula is stated as it is used to calculate the total power radiated by non-relativistic point charge as accelerate. Non-relativistics mean a charge which is not moving relative to the speed of light, but approach or a less speed with the speed of light. Let us start taking a stationary charge at rest at the time supposed to be t is equal to 0. The field lines from charge have simple configuration. We know that when a point charge placed in any plane or space, it generates electric field lines. The strength of electric field is given as ER is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over R square, where Q is a point charge and R square is the radial distance from the origin to the point in space. Now, when we accelerate the charge by the velocity difference del V for the time interval del T and look the field configuration to obtain the power radiated by a point charge. Now, when a charge accelerates, what is the field configuration? Let us see. यहाँ पे एक जो पॉइंट चार्ज रखा हुआ है अभी वो एट रेस्ट पे है, तो वो जो फील्ड लाइन जनरेट कर रहा है वो बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट लाइन है, बिल्कुल इन रेडियल फॉर्म में है. Here r is the radius of circle, inner circle. Now see that r is equal to Vt. The electric field line generated from origin moving with velocity v with the time interval t, then we know that distance formula s is equal to Vt, means r is equal to Vt. अब अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें the area, the dotted area between two circles, the electric field line is not radial, but it is emerging or it is bending at any angle that is b, say that as angle is theta. What is the electric configuration here, or what is the power radiated by a charge in this region? We will find here. We need to know that the strength electric field in the region of electromagnetic pulse in the dotted area between two circles. Now, we assume another figure to solve the geometry of electromagnetic pulse. Here is a pulse, some movement. थोड़े लम्हे के लिए हम देखते हैं कि जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जनरेट हो रहा है वो यहाँ पे एक पल्स क्रिएट कर रहा है, मतलब वो परपेंडिकुलर to the direction of propagation, अपनी direction को show कर रहा है. So let us see what is in this figure. We see that when a charge accelerates from this origin to any point after time t with velocity v, we see that will be v dt. Now, here when a charge move from this point to this point, here the charge propagate electric field which is radial, and at this point also the charge generate electric field which also in radial direction, but in this directions that is not a radial but that is the perpendicular to the direction of propagation. We see that electromagnetic waves also the perpendicular to the direction of the propagation. So we find what is the electric field at the time of this pulse. To find the electric field, we assume that the ratio between electric field at the angle of pulse and the radial electric field is given as del Vt sine of theta over c del t, where c is a speed of light. Then we simplify the above equation, then E theta is equal to ER del Vt sine theta over c del t. Here we put the value of ER, electric field intensity, that is a radial or in any directions, 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q over r square, and this term will be this. Now we separate here r square, that is equal to r dot r, then 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q over r dot 1 over r, and dvt sine theta over ct. We know that ct is equal to r, then 1 over r that is equal to 1 over ct. Put this value here. अगर हम यहाँ पे वैल्यू पुट करते हैं 1 over r की, then this equation become this. Now there is some simplification needed. Then we cut t with t, and this equation become this after simplification. 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q over r dv over dt and sine theta over c square. C and c multiply and become c square. We know that time derivative of velocity is equal to acceleration. Then we here take the term acceleration, that will be this. So this equations, let's say, is called 1. So during the pulse, electric field in the direction changes point original direction to the theta directions, E theta, and back to the original direction. This pulse of electromagnetic radiations, this is the pulse of electromagnetic radiations. When electric field changes from original direction to any theta direction and then back to original direction, this is called pulse. It is done at the short interval of time. The energy flow per unit area and per unit time is given as, or given by Poynting law. The Poynting law is, that is a Poynting vector that is equal to epsilon naught c is the speed of light. This is the electric field E square. Now put the value of E, then this become a square of the value of E. After simplification, we get the Poynting vector that is equal to 1 over 16 pi square c cube epsilon naught r square q square acceleration or velocity dot square sine square theta. Let's say this is equation number 2. So this equation is called Larmor formula and show energy loss is dipolar form shown in figure. Here is a dipolar, this pole and this poles. The power radiated by a accelerated charge in across two poles, this direction and also in this direction. This is called dipolar figure. To obtain the total power radiated by a charge, we take integrals because total power radiated by accelerated charge. So we find by taking the integral of this Poynting vector. And this is given as P is equal to closed integral of total integral of S dot ds. This is the surface area element. Then putting the value of S, we get P is equal to this value integral of this. Here r square dr is a dipolar radius of this figure. Now the power emitted in both direction, forward or backward, we see that this is an other quantity. This is shown in figure here. Let's say this is any area element that is called d sigma. This is equal to sine theta, d theta and d phi is the surface element of a spherical boundary, and theta and phi are the spherical coordinates. The total area of the sphere is 4 pi steradians because we see that there are two spheres. Then the total surface area of the spheres are 4 pi steradians. Let's say for our simplification, we call it or assume A is equal to this term. Then equation number 2 become this. We see that d theta is vary from 0 to pi and d phi is vary from 0 to 2 pi. That is shown in previous figure. Then integral over 0 to pi a sine square theta d surface element. Put the value of this surface element, we get this term. Now sine theta multiplied by sine square theta will give us a sine cube theta. D theta and d phi is vary from 0 to 2 pi, then we call it that is the term 2 phi replaced by d phi. Take out from the integral this term, that is this equation become this 2 pi a integral range is 0 to pi sine cube theta d theta. अगर हम इस टर्म को सॉल्व करते हैं तो ये हमारे पास आफ्टर सम इंटीग्रेशन is equal to 4 over 3. This term is solving as taken much time, so simply we let's say the integral over 0 to pi sine cube theta d theta, that is equal to 4 over 3. Now this 4 over 3 term will multiply by this term, then this become 8 pi a over 3. Now putting the value of a from previous equation, we see that this is become this. Now after applying some simplification, we get the power that is equal to q square and v derivative square 6 pi epsilon naught c cube. This is the acceleration or the time derivative of v. We see that here is the term c, and we know that the speed of light that is equal to 1 over epsilon mu naught integral in the square root form. Now taking the square on both sides, we get c square that is equal to 1 over epsilon naught mu naught. Put the value of C1 over C square here. Then we get this value that is in the denominator. Then this value comes into numerators. After simplification, we get power is equal to q square acceleration square mu naught over 6 pi c. This is the power radiated by point charge, and we see that the power radiated by point charge is directly proportional to the acceleration of the charge. Thank you.